the idea that each episode could have its own stylistic approach, its own history, its own visual approach, frankly, is what excited me the most. Some could be comic, some could be intense, some could be over the top.
Sometimes dialogue, there's sometimes no dialogue, sometimes it's a comedy, sometimes it's a drama, sometimes it's a mystery, sometimes it's horror, sometimes it's a western. And that's what makes it fun. We get our writers, directors, and choreographers together in a room and we kind of talk about how to approach it.
What the series does is it takes the world's most ambitious short film and add on top of that the complexity of a massive musical number, and then asks you to execute all of that within the span of a day.
There is a story that you have to be true to, that you have to be aware of. You can't just shoot the dance and say whatever's cool is cool. This is so much more of a challenge, and frankly the reward is that much better as well, because everything we do, and even the choreography, is driven by the story.
Creating a dance for an episode is a long process that has to be condensed into a really short amount of time. We get the script, we pick the dancers.
We have to go through the music, what works with it, but what's nice about this, we're not constricted by them telling us, oh, you need to use this song, or this song. We want to use a song that fits on these people's bodies, whether it be the poppers or drinkers and crumpers, but also we don't want to use the traditional music that they usually dance to, because this is a different series. It is on a different scope where it's not just hip hop. We want to broaden the range of where this can go.
We see b-boying all the time, we see popping all the time. It's such a treat, like when we get to see them together, and it should be mixed. I think we should see everything, all the different combinations.
It's quite a process, and it continues on to set. When you're on set and you're still teaching things and still cleaning things, or you might see something that you could do in the part of the set and you're like, quick, try this, and it's just an ongoing process, and you have very little time to figure things out, really. It's just like, try it, see if it works. If it doesn't work, move on to something else. It's like kind of a crash course on creativity.
A lot goes into it outside of just doing, making up dance steps, and also making sure that dancers feel comfortable, and also having that relationship with the director. I think is really important. A lot of times when you bring in a choreographer, it's about moves, or at best, it's about a dance, as a whole, or a dance style, or an effect that we want to achieve visually. But with Harry and Chris and Galen, it really started with character and story, and just a tremendous understanding of what we were doing with the narrative. And I think that you really see that come out in the dancing.
When we started to create the LXT, it was them who were right there next to me, showing me different dancers and saying, this guy has never had a chance to show off his stuff, you should really use him. They were the ones that, from the beginning of all this on the dance side, really opened my eyes, sort of my tour guide into the world of dance. I don't know moves, I'm not a choreographer, but those guys are the ones that create the language that we speak in the whole series. Dance is not about the move. Sure, someone can spin on their head, sure, someone can fly in the air, but it's not about that physical move. Otherwise, it'd be a sport. It's actually about how does it connect to that person? How does it connect to their life? And how does that communication affect the audience, the person who's watching it? So I think the best thing about dance is that it can mean anything or everything to anyone.
What dance is, it's a universal language. People understand it, whether they might not get the style, but they'll understand that if they like it or not.
Dance is what the music would look like if it could take shape and take form and stand in front of you and communicate with you.
I think it simply goes back to expressions of like people dancing for like joy. I think that's like a really powerful expression. There's footage of wars coming to an end and people flood the streets and they dance. Like I just think that's like really powerful. I think we overlook how powerful dance really is.
What goes through my head when I dance is pure joy. Dance is what music looks like. Where whatever I hear is what I feel, and then my body just reacts to that. You're making art with your body.
Dance means freedom. It means individuality, creativity. Dance can't be fake. You can't fake dance.
Dancing makes me feel like untouchable, really. Like it makes me like feel special that I actually mastered something.
When I'm out there moving, it feels like nothing else in the world matters. It's honestly my opportunity to be myself to the fullest.
LXD just really represents what we can achieve as dancers.
Dancers as superheroes, dancers as the main focus and as the main characters. It always sounded perfect to me. It sounded like the dream. This was one of those moments where I was like, you know what? I don't know what's gonna happen. I wanna share what I have.
LXD is a movement, is a communication through dance, and is a celebration of dance.
LXD is a reminder that life is movement and that beauty is movement.
From the story to the dancing, to the music, to the way it's scored, to the storyline, to the characters. Every component of the LXD series blows the audience away.
I can't wait to see people's reaction. I hope that they watch it and at the very least say, wow, this is really different. I've never seen anything like this before. And I hope they come away from it and say, you know what? Those guys are super talented. Those dancers I've never seen that expressed in that way. Or, you know what? It touched me in some way. If we can get just someone to feel that much through our dance and through our stories, I think we've done our job.